Hello, and welcome back to another Llorwyn Eclipsed Premier Draft. And this is quite the pack one. Assert Perfection is the highest win rate common. Eclipsed Elf is a busted uncommon with win rates comparable to rares. Aspirant is great. This thing attacks as a 3-2 and a 4-3 very easily in the Kithkin deck. And then Figure of Fable can just win the game literally on its own if you get it to a point where it has protection from the opponent. It can attack, it can't be blocked, it can't be removed. It is very, very scary. Here we'll take the Dundalin Weaver. We passed an Eclipse Kithkin Elf, so I assume we're pushing opponents to the left of us to Elves. Eclipse Marrow is here. You know, you don't have to play Figure of Fable in Kithkin specifically. You just any deck that has green or white mana to cast it. And it's either Dundalin Weaver or Eclipsed Marrow. I guess we'll go Dundalin Weaver since we already have a Kithkin card. Ooh, the Eclipsed Marrow is significantly stronger though. That is going to be, I think, the tiebreaker for me. This is like a 62% win rate, which is crazy as an uncommon. That's like a rare win rate. So we'll take that. We have no problem playing Merfolk, and we definitely have no problem playing Merfolk if we've got something like Harmonized Crescendo. I don't actually know that this is always better than Unexpected Assistance, but the rest of this pack is uninspiring, apart from a Cinder Strike. Personify is good. Marrow Sky Swimmer is good. Unexpected Assistance is good. And there's another Assert Perfection here. I think we'll grab Sky Swimmer. It's a Merfolk card we can fetch with our Eclipsed Marrow. And I hope that Personify or Unexpected Assistance wheels. Rooftop Percher is something we will play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But, you know, no guarantee we get anything out of this pack on the way back. Encumbered Regiray. That is fantastic, and it looks like Merfolk is open from this direction, or people don't understand how good this card is. 4 people have passed this, so that's a good sign for us if we're going to fulfill a Merfolk slot. And if we've passed Elves. I mean, this isn't bomb level, but it is a nice little 2-drop. I like the 2-drops that get out of control with blight counters. Blight Rot is good. Gold Meadow Nomad, I think I like more actually in Merfolk than Kithkin, since you're doing so much convoking. We'll take a Temporal Cleansing here over the Spiral into Solitude for removal. This is not something I love. You can still get value by blighting the creature that has been spiraled and by convoking it, bouncing it, etc., sacrificing it, a bunch of stuff. So I usually don't play Spiral into Solitude unless we have to, because we have a need for removal. Speaking of removal, this is, I think, going to be a Pyrrhic Strike over Temporal Cleansing. There are a few enchantments that you really hope to blow up. Morkant's Eyes is one of them. That's the elf enchantment that makes 2/2 elves for every elf in the graveyard. So if the opponent is slamming that to get Surveil and then planning to crack it later, then Pyrrhic Strike is lovely. You just blight one of your creatures, which could even be our Encumbered Regiray that loses them, and we get to blow up a creature and their enchantment. If that wasn't there, we would take Temporal Cleansing. This is probably a Silver Gill Peddler. I don't love this card. It's a filler Merfolk, but we do have a Marrow that can go fetch it, and we don't have any draw besides the Crescendo as of yet. I'm almost tempted to take the Down Guard over it. And whoa, what is this Kinsbale Aspirin doing? If you didn't have to behold a Kithkin for this thing, I would be very tempted to take it. I mean, what blue cards do we have? It's these? We're missing out on just a keep out. I guess we'll take it just in case we end up Kithkin. The Foul Knight. Okay, we'll keep the idea of playing Kithkin in the back of our mind, but we should probably commit to Merfolk if we see any more staple post uncommons for it. If we see a Merfolk Lord or another Marrow, I think we'll commit. Boo, only appeal to Erdu wield. Not even the Changeling is in that pack. And I don't love the Wanderwind Distractor, but there it is. And Bridget is very good. Even in Merfolk, I would play her. Protective Response is very good as well. Are we actually switching to Kithkin? She is much better if you do get to transform her, and then you get out of control with something like a Klotchin Festival, making 1/1 Kithkins with her mana. I mean, just vomiting out your hand is also good. Either way, we're taking Bridget over Protective Response and this Undappled Celebrant, and we'll see if the Rooftop Percher or this thing wheels. This does not mean we've committed to Kithkin, though. If we were Kithkin, we'd have to take Assert Perfection here and ditch the Temporal Cleansing. This is where it gets tricky, and we're going to get punished by not committing one way or the other. I feel like Merfolk is currently stronger than Kithkin right now. Kithkin just feels more open is the problem. Okay, well. Well, what? Well, what? Do we care about losing a Peddler? Not really. It'd just be two Temporal Cleansings and a Harmonized Crescendo. The Marrow is very nice. Let's switch right back. That's rough. Deep Channel Duelist was passed by 3 people. So we do miss out on 1 pick, but not too bad. We'll go right back to picking up blue-white cards, and here we could either pick up a Sneakling or a Swat Away. I think because we only have 3 removal spells so far, we will take the Swat Away. The double blue could be tricky, especially if we want to splash a single green for Bridget. Liminal Hold is totally fine. We'll pick that up. Expensive removal, but it does have life gain tied to it. Wanderbrine Preacher is fabulous. So pick 7 Wanderbrine Preacher is a good sign for us. And not a huge surprise since we passed powerful elf cards in the first pack. Alright, let's get Silvergill Peddler back in here. And probably pick up another copy and hope not to play it. Protective Response actually wheeled. Wow. I don't love a Spikeling, but we might end up playing it if we need 2 drops. Blossom Blind is something we could also play if we need removal, but our removal slot looks pretty okay so far. So let's get some more card draw. I mean, this is not good as a 3-mana 2/1. I think it really does need to go in the Kithikin deck. There's another copy. We will simply take the Temporal Cleansing. Look for Liminal Hold on the wheel, potentially. And now we want bodies early on the board to fill out the board state so that we can then convoke them for 3 Temporal Cleansings, Sky Swimmer, the Unexpected Assistance, and Harmonized Crescendo. Oko. Ooh. My goodness, why are all these cards in the same pack? Do we even take Oko if we can't flip him? With green, I think it's Champions of the Shoal. Oko has got to be busted. Game in hand win rate is actually below 60%. That's a little surprising. It's very easy to +2 and then flip him and make 2 3/3s very quickly. Offers protection from himself. But if we can't flip him, then he's not doing much. We'll see if Unwelcome Sprite or Unexpected Assistance Wheel. Here we will pick that up over a Feastling, even though this is a Merfolk. We need 2 drops. This is a flyer, and we do have cards to cast on the opponent's turn. That would give us Surveil. I like Fallock Imposter when you have cards to protect, like the Champions of the Shoal and the Deep Channel Duelist. So let's take that over Liminal Hold and Spiral into Solitude. We have enough removal. IMO. Unwelcome Sprite number 2 over another Merfolk. I wouldn't mind an Unexpected Assistance, but let's get those early drop creatures, threaten damage in the air, and we get another Pyrrhic Strike. That is great. We can probably cut the Spikeling then. Hopefully cut the Shield Bearer as well. Weary Farmer, I think, will be too hard to cast. But we'll still take it. We already have reflexes. Ooh, and here I'm tempted to take the Nomad. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Convoke spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Aspirant this late is crazy. We're not going to play it, but we'll take it. How do I feel about Sun Devil Celebrant? Probably not good enough for this deck, but we do Convoke pretty well. And Tributary Vaulter might make the deck. We don't have the Gravelgill Tributary Vaulter combo though, so maybe not. Okay, Merfolk, we have 7 plus a Shapeshifter. I think maybe we can make space by getting rid of the Gold Meadow Nomad. We already have a 1-drop body. I like the sprites. 1 Peddler I think is fine. We only have 2 draw spells. This is filtering. Let's put removal over here. We can maybe cut a Liminal Hold. We have 2 ways to remove an enchantment or artifact already. So Liminal Hold is one of our weaker removal spells. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's cut a Liminal Hold. and add maybe a... How is Tributary Vaulter attacking as a 1/3? We don't have the Wanderbrine Trapper or Gravel Gill. So I think he'll stay in the sideboard. It's either the Sun Dappled Celebrant comes in, because we think we're so good at convoking. Or we just add the Liminal Hold right back. Let's add 1 green land. Cut 1 island. Two, three, 4, 5. I do think we want another early drop. Probably the Timid Shield Bearer. I would love a Merfolk, but Spikeling is just not real enticing. And then it's either the Celebrant or the Liminal Hold. Let's try the Celebrant, and then if it feels like we have too much Convoke stuff competing with each other, we'll take it out. Aaron is our first opponent. We will keep this. We have 3 planes, which is all the white mana we need to eventually transform this Figure of Fable into a bomb that wins the game literally on its own. Iron Shield Elf. Okay. Let's drop a Wanderbrine Preacher. Diversify our assets. I guess it wouldn't have necessarily been a bad idea to grow Figure of Fable, because 4/5 would be outside the range of Assert Perfection. I'm gonna feel pretty silly if he casts Assert Perfection here. Okay, he does not, and now we have an extra body to Convoke Temporal Cleansing. I don't know that I want that entering the battlefield again, though, so maybe we blow it up with Pyrrhic Strike. We will Convoke it out. Let's play the Encumbered Regiray. Oh, and we can't, actually. Since we don't have an island. He has a scary elf deck. He's got the Elf Lord, Morkant's Eyes, and he gets back Morkant's Eyes, right? Why can't we see it? Oh no, he exiled it. Huh? You may exile an elf card, and that counts as a kindred elf. I see. Here we go. Deep Channel Duelist time. And let's use Temporal Cleansing to send back Tristan. Or we what about this? destroy. So what if we send back the Iron Shield Elf? And then blow up Tristan with Pyrrhic Strike. We can also threaten to turn Figure of Fable into a 4/5. If he pays the mana, then that's at least one less mana spent developing the board. Alright, Rejuret will be able to attack as a 5/4. Once the Death Touch is cleared, that will kill 2 of his creatures. So let's level up the Figure of Fable here. And we'll have a pretty solid attack next turn, likely. Three, 5, 6. We can just get protection now. Five, 4. Yep, I like attacking with that. Because he's trading for Tristan, or he's giving us 2 creatures. So I don't know what he does about Figure of Fable from here. I think he just loses, yeah. Can't remove it, can't block it. I think the only things that would take care of it would be like a choose effect. All right, first win. Let's get back in there. Okay, let's keep it. We're playing against a mythic player, unfortunately. And Deep Channel Duelist is a nice little pickup. I think still we'll play Encumbered Rejuret first. We really want to hit lands here. If we don't, I guess we have 3 plays we can make in hand. It wouldn't be the absolute worst, but would not be my favorite for sure. Alright, we threaten to actually destroy his Great Forest Druid if we can play this out. No way he has counter. He actually has counter. That's wild. We still want to attack, get this blight counter off our back. We don't have any effects that benefit from removing blight counters. So it's strictly a negative. Oh, we missed a land drop again. That's rough. Let's play the Unwelcome Sprite. Rhyme Chill. What's he got in this crazy Vivid deck? What are his crazy Vivid payoffs going to be? I think typically Merfolk is a good matchup against Vivid because you can develop out to the board quickly. That's not going to happen this game, it looks like. Let's play the Peddler. We may need to Convoke it to get some more lands. I hope he's just breaking. I hope these are lands. That's kind of what we need to win. Not the case. Harmonized Crescendo draws 2 cards. I don't know that that's good enough. I think we tap the Silver Gil Peddler here and get out a Sun Dappled Celebrant. Trying to hit a land. Let's ditch the Shield Bearer. And these scoops. Wow. That doesn't seem correct. But we will take it. Okay, Encumbered Vigeray is something we're going to get to play on turn 2 again. Not something I think we want to bounce back to our hand unless he's going to remove it, as that would reset the blight counters on it. But nice little 2-3-4 curve out here. Now, I am a little bit tempted to play the Unwelcome Sprite before the Flock Imposter, so we can hold up Flock Imposter protection. And that's what I'll do. So if we Temporal Cleansing, we can't also Flock... Well, we can Flock Imposter, and then we can Temporal Cleansing. Then we'll be pretty far ahead on board. Let's do that. Yes, he'll get ETP value. I like pushing the tempo, pushing the board state advantage. We'll have 3 creatures to his 0. And they are understated. The Eclipse cards are great, well above average. It's the most powerful uncommons, but they are understated, you know. 1/4 Kithkins, 3 mana, 3/2. So sometimes you can take advantage. I don't know if we are. This is going to be, I think, a few too many lands, unless we really draw some gas here. Harmonized Crescendo is looking kind of bad in this game as well. Draws us 1 card. And Lifelink is going to be hard to race. We can blow it up with the Pyrrhic Strike. But it looks like he's going to blow up something we have first. Alright, well, it's mana value 2, so we just need to take this. I almost want to cast Pyrrhic Strike now, so that I can Surveil, but we don't. Okay, well, play the planes and then we can hold up both. We'll do this on the opponent's turn so that we can Surveil. And we'll probably do it during combat, since this 3 damage is probably relevant in the race. Surveil too. Yep. Sun Dappled Celebrant is alright. It's gonna be tricky if he blows up our Sprite though. That's too much damage, right? No thank you to that island. Now we're all out of gas. Opponent's got 5 cards. So we are on the back foot. We're just going to hope that it's a bunch of lands and wayfinders. I do not mind the 1-2 wayfinders. Gangly Stompling. So if he double blocks with the Sneakling and Stompling, we're dead. An Eclipsed Marrow draw is great. I would have rather hit a playable than a land, but it's better than nothing. Alright, 5. He knows we've got nothing, so... Oh, he actually chumps. I'll take that. I thought he would double block with the Sneakling and Stompling for sure. Moon Glove Extractor. Okay, Deep Channel Duelist means that we're sitting back with the Marrow so it can block the Moon Glove Extractor, right? If he blocks... Yeah, it has the Celebrant. It's got to be with 2 creatures. And he actually chumps again. That's crazy. Oh, no. 5. So we have to block that. That's a lot of lifelink. I mean, he's going to lifelink so much we don't care about killing that. I think we just put 10 toughness behind 9 trample, block maximum damage, and take 14 here. The Peddler is going to add 4 toughness. But we're in trouble here if he just swings out. We can double block his Prisma Basher with Marrow and Peddler as long as he has nothing. Trade Unwelcome Sprite, and then we'd be chumping with the Deep Channel Duelist, and then our creatures would die. Because Deep Channel Duelist dying would cause them to shrink. I just feel like this guy might make a mistake and not attack this turn. Don't know what it is. Oh no, okay. Alright. We can't flash that, unfortunately. I think we get rid of our Eclipsed Marrow. So if it comes back, we get an ETB. We tap down Prisma Basher. We chill out. Really would love a card like Temporal Cleansing here to convoke our Silvergill Peddler and our Champions of the Shoal without attacking. Yeah, that's it, right? We're dead. 3, 4 here. He just needs to have anything. Does he not? What's he doing? It's kind of wild. Trades away 4 creatures for 2 of ours. Those are just blank cards? Nope, he's got Unbury. That makes sense. And that is going to be a problem. The Moon Vigil Adherence. I kind of want to be greedy and toss the island by attacking with Silvergale Peddler. Is that crazy? I mean, we're pretty far behind. I think we got to do something like that. Moon Vigil Adherents are going to be ginormous. Graveshifter. Okay, he opts not to play the Adherence this turn, even though they would be ginormous, humongous. And he's going to try and go wide on us. Another land is not what I wanted to see. I need him to block here, to be honest. We literally need him to block, otherwise we're dead. Okay, whew. We live another turn. We do have outs. I think. Do we? What could we pump Figure of Fable up to? Did we already scry that to the bottom? Alright, this thing needs to die. This thing needs to be chumped. That's likely the end of us. Another Graveshifter. You could bring back a 2-drop this turn and play it. That's the wise thing to do. IMO. And that's all she wrote. Good game. Okay, here we are. Back with a nice 2-3 for Curve Out. This is probably our best 2. This is probably our best 3. Okay. What could he flash in? What do we... I like a Flock Imposter here. Protection for our spells. Let's grab that. Okay. What you hear is just Convoke out Sky Swimmer. Can we do this any different? Can we play out like Peddler? And then we have 3 bodies, that's 4 Convoke mana. No, we can't. Let's just... And it's at our unset that we untap Merfolk, so we can't like Temporal Cleansing off the untap Deep Channel Duelist. Okay, he's got a Tributary Vaulter of his own. Let's Temporal Cleansing the Merfolk, the Peddler. And that leaves 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, then we Temporal Cleansing his Tributary Vaulter. Yeah. Okay, so we would have been able to attack with Sky Swimmer. Tributary Vaulter is going back in with Temporal Cleansing, then he has nothing on board. We do our Merfolk thing where we totally out-tempo the opponent, who's also playing Merfolk. Okay, Cannonbaro is our next opponent. This Merfolk deck is a bit light on Merfolk, so we have a starting hand with a Fairy and a Kithkin, and only 1 Peddler. That's actually a Merfolk, but still good. No Convoke yet, but that is one of the benefits of playing Bridget. She's a 3 mana 3/2 that makes a 1/1, and that is good enough on its own, even if you never transform her. I don't think we'll trade for the Timid Shield Bearer here. We've got Swat Away, so we could potentially get Surveil value. Pyrrhic Strike as well. Let's just race. Merfolk decks can be pretty good at racing as well, especially if you've got the Wanderbrine Preacher, the 2/2 that gives you 2 life whenever it gets tapped. Okay, goodbye Bridget. She's still left over a 1/1, so she did her job. Alright, racing is getting a little tricky here. We'll drop a Peddler since it blocks his Timid Shield Bearer. But things are starting to get a little dicey. Okay, that is going to have to go. We have a Pyrrhic Strike to blow it up. I don't think a creature would shrink back down if you blew it up after combat happened, after attackers were declared. So we'll play Unwelcome Sprite. Let's play Pyrrhic Strike now. I know we don't Surveil, but We can attack with our peddler. Do we want to attack with our peddler? Whoa, we're at 6 life? No, I don't think so. Attack with just the unwelcome sprite. Cast our other unwelcome sprite. Or hold up Swat Away and Pyrrhic Strike. Maybe that's a little too greedy though. Because if he doesn't hit a land here, maybe he's not attacking. After we blow up the Imbuer. Okay, goodbye Imbuer. This is a lot of surveil. Oh no. He can't replay it. We do still have Swat Away. It's not Timid Shield Bearer. Do we care about the Rejuray? I think the Rejuray is fine. Because we can play it next turn and cast Swat Away. Oh no, he's got a trick. Oh no, he doesn't. Cool. Trades his 3/3 for our 2/3. That's also one less Kithkin. Because he gets it back. I see. And we probably should have attacked with... I guess he can pump the team with Timid Shield Bearer here. I expect he'll play out his hand before going for pumps with Shield Bearer. Yeah, no, thank you. Definitely don't need that forest anymore. Wanderbrine Preacher is not being tapped anytime soon, so although I appreciate life gain in theory, we're going to put that on the bottom. Or in our graveyard, actually. Okay, wow. He's attacking out here. Animation looks weird, but that's all his creatures dead. Champions of the Shoal, unfortunately, is literally unplayable until we get a Merfolk. Come on, we surveilled away so many lands. Please just give us a Merfolk. No. Imbuer, then he's 3, then he attacks for 6. We need to chump. I don't think we can win from this position. Okay, well, let's get our daily quest. Play 40 lands, attack with 45 creatures type stuff. GG's, we're just a little bit too floody there. Ninja will be our next opponent. And we'll keep it. We'll drop the Rejuray before the Unwelcome Sprite, I'm sure. Ooh, we get to drop Figure of Fable turn 1. That's fabulous. We just need one more plains, and then we have all the plains we need to transform her into a bomb. We'll offer a trade here. If he's paying attention, he'll see that we can pump to be a 2/3. Is it better to play the Unwelcome Sprite? try and block, or do we play a Regeray in case... I mean, if he has removal... Let's get the Regeray down. Shimmer Wild's growth, wow. So he's playing Merfolk. Vivid? I mean, this is good without Merfolk. It just is an overstated 2-drop if you get to attack with it. I think I'm tempted to not block. We can use our Regeray to Convoke and send his back, reset his white counters. Or we can attack and play the Bedor. We've got Pyrrhic Strike held up at instant speed. That's alright. Killing our Regeray with his. Okay, well, we've blown all our stuff up, so the Convoke has been a bit more awkward than it typically is. Alright, if we play this, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we can still Temporal Cleansing, send something back. And I think... we want it to be the Moonlit Lamenter? Believe it or not. Costs more mana to recast. We'll blow it up later with Pyrrhic Strike. Potentially. Maybe we should have Pyrrhic Strike destroyed the Lamenter. I mean, I guess we couldn't get Unwelcome Sprite out in that case. But we're hopefully setting up a turn where we use Pyrrhic Strike to destroy his Shimmer Wild's growth. And his Moonlit Lamenter, but we need to pump Figure of Fable first. Huh? Am I sure? No. This. One, two, three, four. I think this is safer than pumping Figure of Fable again. He does get to draw a card, but he cannot play the same turn that thing. 1, 2, 3. Do we want to get Marrow Sky Swimmer out here? Alright, just attack with our flyer here. Had to think hard about that, but I think we want to diversify our threats, make more bodies. And if he attacks us for 2 with the Moonlit Lamenter here, that's totally fine. Artifact, so we can... I don't know that it was worth blowing up Shimmerwild's growth at this point, but blowing up another creature by blighting, I think will be worth it. He's tapped out, so we can just prevent this damage. I mean, if we wanted to, we could block like this, and then he kills our Sky Swimmer. But his little mentor dies. I think we chill out this turn. We can transform Figure of Fable and cast Pyrrhic Strike. That's going to be a better target for Pyrrhic Strike than the Rejuray. Now what we do is we blight. Destroy this, destroy this. Yes, we blight 2 on our Figure of Fable, but we surveil. Eclipsed Marrow is a cool card to draw. And then we can get protection from everything. No attacks for 1 more turn. I don't know how protection from your opponents works. I think it means they can't block and they can't use removal spells. Does that mean... What does that mean if we block, though? Can we still tie to, like, Death Touch, for example? Let's get the Deep Channel Duelist. Nice. I think we sit back with the Figure of Fable for now. Play on Welcome Sprite. And 1 more attack with just the flyers will get him down to 9, at which point we can poke him for 5 with the Fable and 4 with the Sprites, and he's dead without being able to block unless he top decks something. Unexpected assistance. Okay, well, let's drop the Deep Channel Duelist. Tap Merfolk, because we untap Merfolk at the end of his turn. See what we draw. We can get rid of a plains. Play an island. And we'll do an attack with 2 sprites. I'm in range of... our flyers and figure attacking together next turn. Looks like he's got nothing. Excellent. He's blown up all the creatures besides the figure of Fable. But this thing is just so annoying. Like, even if you remove it, if they've only invested 1 or 2 or 3 mana into it, you still feel like you're behind. I am so tempted to keep this on the draw. 1 island. We're humming, but let's mulligan. You can see this going bad. This is... yeah, something we will keep, I think. Even without white, we can play this and this. We can transform Bridget if we do hit land. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, we're playing against Gobos. If we play out Bridget, we'll have 4 creatures. That's not enough to invoke out the Sky Swimmer, unfortunately. Might as well attack for 2 damage in the air here. Look at that boy. He's so happy, Mr. Gristle Glutton. He loves his gristle. It's his favorite. That's just going to be 2 damage we take. I think we want all our bodies for convoking. Yup. So 3 mana. Let's cast Wanderbrine Preacher. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can cast the Sky Swimmer. And then I think we can even cast the Sun Dabbled Celebrant, because this will make 2 bodies. That's crazy. What a crazy turn 4. Turn 4 and we have 3, 6, 7, 8 bodies. One of them's a 5/6. We can transform Bridget back and make another 1/1 next turn. We actually can't attack into his Gut Splitter Gang, so it's just going to be the flyers here. Let's hold the island, I guess. We're going to have a ton of mana off Bridget when she transforms anyways, and we've got the unexpected assistance that might have us pitch in a land. Sure. I don't know that that's the best creature to remove, actually. But it is the creature he does remove. Alright. Next turn we can pump Figure of Fable again if we have nothing better to do. We have nothing better to do. And it looks like he might have removal for Figure or Bridget. We go to transform. Okay, so actually... we turn into a 4/5. And then Bridget can turn Figure of Fable into a 7/8 this turn. Yup. Don't blame the scoop. That was a stupid Merfolk explosion. And it wasn't all Merfolk, it was mostly Bridget and Figure of Fable. This guy swimmer. Alright, so we are up to 5-2. We are gem positive. Alright. This has to be mold. This is better. 1, 2. Do we send back the Pyrrhic Strike, actually? Or is it our big boy, Sundabbled Celebrant? 6 mana, this is like a 4 mana play. Yeah, let's send back the Celebrant. He's got an island, a dragon island. Let's play the sprite. It flies. We have no Merfolk to poke, to pump just yet. He could flash in the Sneakling, but we had the activation of Figure Fable up. We did. Tweeze. Alright. 2-3. We don't live that. No reason to pump. We still technically are like trading up 2 mana. He's spending a 3 mana instant to destroy a 1 mana creature. But it's the right play. He knows that this is a problem. If this gets to level up to 2-3 and then a 4-5, and it's outside the range of a lot of removal, and then once it gets to protection, he's gonna die in 2 or 3 turns to unblockable. Here we just play out an island and hit him for 4 in the air. Well, 2 in the air and 2 on the ground. For a total. Alright, elementals. Are we gonna see the 4 mana 2/4 that draws a card every time he plays something for CMC 4 or greater? Was that the Rhyme Cool Top Cannon? No, we see the Enraged Flamecaster. I think so that we can surveil. We will destroy that now. I mean, Temporal Cleansing is good. Please play some big, expensive, chunky boy that doesn't have an ETB that we can Temporal Cleansing. That is not what he's doing. He's playing Tweeze. And now we've got removal that doesn't have any targets. Was he got green cards that he can't play? Yeah, let's send it back. I'm not opposed to beating him down with an unwelcome sprite. Play out the land here. We have 1 unexpected assistance exactly. Shine Striker. That's why he sent his this other guy back. At least he only draws one card. Let's play Unwelcome Sprite. And then let's Temporal Cleansing with our Summoning 6 Sprite. Poke him down to 2. And he is in some danger. He puts it on top, so he must have some answer that lets him play it. Yeah, I think he maybe realized putting the Shine Striker on top was a mistake now. Yup. Now we just attack in. Hit him with a good game because he's good mannered. Oops. There we go. Got it just in time. So the fairies did it there. Okay, final boss time. Win and we're in. Lose and then that's it. I mean, we're still probably happy with the 6-3. Okay, final boss time against a mythic player, skills guy. Let's keep it. We've got the deep channel duelist. And here, I'm tempted to play the sprite first. Let's see what he does. Okay, it's Wonderbrine Preacher time. I'm not gonna mess around. If he's got removal, he's got removal. Boo! I don't love that. That removes, like, everything that we've got. I'm actually not going to play out our creature. That stinks. Just about everything we have has 2 toughness. We've got a Marrow, Peddler, Champions, and Sundappled Celebrant that have greater than 2 toughness. What do I even send back? Yuck. I guess the Dream Caesar. No. Stupid. I think maybe we just let him 2-for-1 us, right? If we play it off cards. It's not as bad. He's going to play the Dream Boy, Dream Caesar. Next turn, unfortunately. I guess he can't do that and Gnarlback Helm kill something. And let's trade here. As he's gonna blight his Gnarlbark Elm because discard a card, and then be able to kill the Sky Swimmer next turn. I've never seen a Gnarlbark Elm match up this well. Okay, well. Let's blow up Dream Caesar. Don't love this, but we're gonna take 5. And that's, yeah, that's gonna be too much. We're not actually losing cards, but so good for him. He actually made like a functional black-white blight deck. I feel like you don't get to see that much. He gets to pump the team. So gotta block like this. Yeah, he figured it out. I mean, if we're chumping there's nothing we have in the deck that brings us back. So 6-3 it is. And I don't mind seeing one of the less popular color pairs take a victory. So this is a solid Merfolk deck with some Kithkin and Fairy side quests. Harmonized Crescendo was bad when we saw it. We didn't have enough Merfolk for this to be good, it felt like. Merfolk only 7, and then one Shapeshifter 8. I bet you probably want double digits. And we do make Merfolk tokens off Sky Swimmers, but we only had one of these. And maybe if you have the 2-drop, that makes 1/1 Merfolk. This becomes better. But this seemed worse than Unexpected Assistance. So we'll look out for that in the future. GG's. We'll see you next time.